All right, first episode of Man vs. Gold. Come along for the ride. The very first episode is about to begin. Nighttime running, some placer gold, some hard rock. Here we go. Well, I've reached the mine site. I usually get here at night, regardless if it's winter or summer. But summertime, I usually work mostly at night. It's too darn hot in Arizona to work much under the fireball. Anyways, so I'm just reaching the mine. I've got quite a bit to do. Got to move some ore from up there, transport it as carefully as possible over to the plant. So all I have is the excavator, so that's always fun. It's just a game of piggyback, basically. So sit back, relax, watch that take place. We'll run a little bit of dirt tonight. See what we get. All right, well, I ran 7 yards last night. I'm beat. This trip's only a 2-day trip. I had planned on walking way up to the place where my monster was going crazy on something in the ground. But I'm beat. I'm not going up there. It's an hour or two hike, and it's hot, and I'm tired. So, not a good idea, I don't think. But there is a place that I want to go check out, little side mission that I've been needing to look into for a while, try to figure out some stuff. It has to do with the load that is more than likely on the mountain here at this property. So I can drive pretty much right to that, and I only got to hike maybe 100, 200 feet instead of a mile or mile and a half. So I think that's what we'll do. Well, so much for taking it easy this evening. I came across something I need to test, so let's see if I can switch this around. If not, I'll change this again. But well, so much for taking it easy. Of course, I found some stuff and had to come check it out. Cross section of some quartz. It comes up, shoots off, and a very prominent copper stain. Got all kinds of offshoots joining a bigger vein here. So I'm gonna do some samples. I want to show you guys something. It has to do with a rock hammer. Most people go whacking away with this sharp end, but this sharp end has a very, very specific purpose. And if you go whacking away with it, you lose that purpose. When you're in small stuff like this and you got to get a sample, okay, you use that point to pry. See that? And ever so gently you can get small stuff out. So that's what the pointy end is for. So quit using your pointy end to go whacking away at the rock. That's what this end is for. This end, prying gently. If I had two hands it would work. Oh, look, see that? That just exposed some sulfides. All right, we got some hard rock samples here. This particular bag is some of that copper stain that you saw earlier. So we're going to run this separate. This was on the same vein, but in a different location. One very helpful clue or hint, tip, whatever you want to call it, when you're doing any of these samples, make sure you write down exactly where it came from on your bag. If you fail to remember and you get a really good result in a test and you don't remember where it came from, those days really suck. So we're going to run this through the jaw, and then we'll run it through the impactor, get this started up. We've got the larger pieces broke down with the jaw. We're going to feed those particles now to the impactor to break it down to a much smaller sand type material. Just run the cons from the 7 yards run last trip. So we'll see what we get. We'll show the clean out after we're done. Just wanted to show you a close-up of some of the different kinds of gold that we get out of this placer. It does indicate that there's at least 4 or 5 different sources of this gold up on the mountain. So that is very intriguing considering my hard rock exploration, mapping, etc. But I just wanted to give you guys an example of some of the differences. I'll get some better close-up pictures of it, but some of it's lighter, some of it's darker, some of it has different host rock in it. But anyways, giving you a little close-up. We got the 7 yards cleaned up, so we're going to weigh it, see what we get, and calculate what that is per yard. .56 grams. All right, so we got 1.56 grams of the placer, which is 0.22 grams per yard, a little bit more than that, which isn't bad. The last one was 2.5 or 0.25. The hard rock results aren't even worth sharing, honestly. I didn't see anything I wanted to in the hard rock sample, so there's no sense in showing that. When I do get some results, we'll show it. But that's pretty much where we're at. We got 0.22 grams, which is consistent with everything with the placer. And hard rock still is yet to be discovered. So we'll see what happens next time.